The month of February is almost here, and with that means a batch of new games. I want to take a look at the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games that are coming out next month, decide on which ones I would say are worth a buy at full price and which ones you would rather be better off waiting on a sale for. Now, next month is rather interesting since we have new releases as PlayStation Plus titles. I would say for those games, I would have said wait on a sale for those games anyway, but in this case, obviously, either get them as Plus titles or wait for a sale on. I imagine most of you guys will be getting them as Plus titles, but we'll talk about those in the wait for a sale section. Nevertheless, I do want to highlight 3 games that I think are going to be worth a buy right out of the gate. The first one is a brand new JRPG and a pretty big one in Ys 9 Monstrum Nox. I think this is a slam dunk buy. Ys has been one of the most consistent JRPG franchises in terms of offering quality game after quality game. I really can't remember the last time, if ever, I played a Ys game and I didn't like it. They are just so refined from a gameplay standpoint, from a soundtrack standpoint, story standpoint. It just excels in nearly every area. Is it a gargantuan feat from a technical standpoint and amazing visuals? No, not necessarily. However, it offers you so much quality content and the elements of a Japanese RPG that you actually want as a fan of that genre, that who actually cares that it doesn't look like Final Fantasy 15? What it does really, really well, and this one, a little bit more of a darker take in the Ys franchise, and that aspect of this game, I am really excited to look towards. I don't usually like to recommend games at $59.99, but Ys 9 is going to be one that I think is going to be an easy $60 buy. And if you're a fan of the franchise, that's probably a slam dunk pick for you as well. By the way, there is a demo available of the game as well, so check that out if you're interested. Okay, now this might be a little bit of an off-the-wall pick, but I also think that Little Nightmares 2 is a buy on February 10th when it drops. Now, this one also has a demo, and it is coming at a budget price point of $29.99. Now, if it was $40 or $50, I would say, yeah, wait on a sale for it. But at $30, I do believe that this is a great buy. And if you played Little Nightmares 1, you know why I'm excited for Little Nightmares 2. Little Nightmares 1 was such a well-made adventure horror title, and Little Nightmares 2 seems like to have all the aspects of that game, and it seems very, very dark. I get vibes of Limbo out of Little Nightmares 2, and Little Nightmares in general just comes across as a really well-presented game. Tarsier Studios, I think, can become a breakout studio, even though Little Nightmares isn't this game that's getting a lot of attention and the IP isn't huge yet. I do believe if they keep dropping quality game after quality game, they are going to be getting more attention in the gaming realm. I would also add that I think Persona 5 Strikers, Scramble, whatever you want to call it, is a buy. Now, I've looked into some of the Japanese gameplay and the Japanese reviews of this game, and I typically would not say that Musou-style games are worth a buy at full price. However, given that this is a continuation to the Persona 5 story, if you are a big fan of Persona 5, chances are you are going to really enjoy this game. I do see this being a game that holds up in price for a little bit, given that Persona 5 Royal ended the year of 2020 down to, what, 50% off. I don't think Persona 5 Strikers is going to be super expensive for a lengthy period of time. However, I know how super into Persona fans are, and by the looks of it, this is going to be a game that improves upon that Musou-style gameplay, and it's not just a, Warriors game, a Dynasty Warriors game with a slapped-on Persona skin. It looks like this is much more than that, and it does have a focus on the story. If it was a typical, just Dynasty Warriors with this, a skin painted on it, yeah, obviously, at that point, I would say wait on a sale. But this looks to be much more than that, and I think if you're a fan of Persona 5, if you already played through Persona 5, you played through Persona 5 Royal, and you're a big fan, then Strikers is probably going to be a game worthwhile to pick up right away. However, if you haven't picked up Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal, go and play those games. This is a continuation. You want to play through those games first. Those games are incredibly lengthy, so this is only a buy if you already played Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal. At that point, you're probably a pretty big fan of the game and the franchise and the story that Persona 5 set forward. That Strikers is going to be a game that's going to be worthwhile to pick up at a full $60 price point. Alright, now those are the 2 games I would say are buys. Ys 9 being $60, Little Nightmares 2 being $30. I think both of those are going to be worthwhile. In the case of Ys, I don't see it going on sale very quickly. Ys 8 retained its price for quite a while. And honestly, I don't see Little Nightmares 2 going on sale that quickly either. Now let's take a look at games I think you'd be better off waiting on a sale on. Some of them I was a little bit on the fringe, but we'll talk about them as we do get to them. First of all, we have Xuan-Yuan Sword VII. Now this is a game that dropped on Steam not too long ago, back in October of last year, and I was very excited for it. Unfortunately, it did receive a mixed reception on Steam. I do know that the development studio has been hard at work on updating the game, adding new content, things of that nature. It's a $35 release on Steam. I imagine it'll come out at around the same price point on consoles. Maybe it'll see a $5 markup, but around the same price point, I think you're better off waiting on a discount on this. Maybe 50% off, maybe see if the developers continue to add content and it does become a better and better game, because I think this is one that is going to get better over time, but from the get-go, I do think it's better off to wait on a sale on. Next up, let's talk the PlayStation Plus titles real quickly. First of all, we have Destruction All-Stars, which was scheduled to be a $69.99 launch title for the PlayStation 5. Thank God they moved it as a PlayStation Plus title. I think it's going to do much better with that. We do know that this game is going to have some microtransactions and things of that sort, but as a Plus title, I think, hey, go check it out, but I would not drop $70 on it. I think everybody is pretty much in the same thinking on that standpoint that, yeah, as a $70 game, this game probably would have bombed, and considering it's a multiplayer-focused title, that was not going to be a good thing. But as a Plus freebie, now it does have potential to be a game with a little bit of longevity, a game that people will check out for quite a while, so this is going to do the game all the good. But as far as buying the copy standalone, definitely wait on a steep discount. Control Ultimate Edition is another one. Man, you can make the argument that it would have been worth $40 with the DLC. I wasn't a fan of how the upgrade path was handled, but now, as a Plus title, don't be spending $40 on it. Get it as a part of your Plus lineup. You get Control, you get the DLC, and that is going to be a very good offering. I've talked about Control quite a bit, but it is a fantastic game from Remedy. Story is trippy, as you would expect from a Remedy title, and the gameplay is the best out of any Remedy game yet. The DLC is quite good as well. Pretty cool callbacks in there as well, but Control definitely one you'll want to check out. If you didn't play it, check it out. If you have a Plus subscription, I would highly recommend it. If you're the kind of person that doesn't sign up for Plus, or you don't have a Plus subscription, at that point, I would look towards buying the game itself, but even at $40, I would say wait until it's a little bit cheaper. It's been out for quite a while, and I think the standalone game is going to get cheap rather quickly, especially if they're already comfortable adding it as a Plus title. I don't think you're going to have to wait too long until it is a standalone, you know, $20 purchase or something like that. Next up, here's a game I was very on the fence on saying whether or not it was a buy or wait for a sale, and that is Haven. Haven is a game that's been out on PC and Xbox for quite a while. I played quite a bit of it on PC thanks to Xbox Game Pass, and I really enjoyed the game. I really like the story. I like the two main characters. However, Haven really falls from a gameplay standpoint, and all of the elements of Haven are quite good, but from a gameplay standpoint, the combat system is just so fundamentally basic, and once you get the hang of it, I mean, it's a game that really does play on autopilot. And yeah, you could say you're going into Haven for the story, you're going into Haven for the presentation, the music, and things like that, but it is a $25 purchase, and now you're talking about the game being $25 versus it being just a part of a Game Pass subscription or something like that, which people were getting for $1 for 3 months. When you talk about dropping $25, things get a little bit murky on that. And also, the game, I think a lot of people go into it expecting a cooperative game, which it is a co-op title that, you know, you can play it with a significant other. That's the idea. You play it with your significant other, and you could have a good time with it. However, it's not really a co-op title where the co-op gameplay accentuates the experience, so to speak. Maybe going through the game with your significant other, but it's accentuated from, like, the story standpoint, and you can enjoy the story together, and definitely if you and your significant other experience the story together, that's very enjoyable. But from a gameplay standpoint, you're not talking about a game that's really accentuated when you add a co-op layer to it, and that's really my 2 cents regarding the game. I really enjoyed it, but I think it's one that sub $15, it's just gonna be the price point where it's really worth it. Next up, we have Werewolf The Apocalypse Earthblood. Now, this is another game I am excited for. However, it's a little bit of an unproven commodity. I do believe it's releasing at a $50 budget price point, so there is that. That's pretty nice, but this is one I am definitely going to wait on the reviews for. It's a little bit, again, of an unproven commodity, and we'll see how Cyanide does with it. Cyanide is a talented studio, and I have liked some of the gameplay I've seen of it, and it's out February 4th, same day as Ys 9, I believe, or just a few days after. So wait and see how the reviews of this turn out, but I do think this is a game that might end up being pretty cheap pretty quickly, just because I don't feel like the buzz is there, and I could see by summertime it being down to, you know, $30, $25, somewhere around there. Lastly, there is the Nioh Collection, and the Nioh Collection on paper is awesome. Nioh and Nioh 2 with the DLC on PlayStation 5, performance improved, all that good stuff. That's great. What's not great is that price point, $69.99 for this collection. I'm sorry, I don't care if it's Nioh 1 and 2 and they're both great games. Nioh 2 during like Black Friday was being sold for $10 and now this collection is $70. Yes, you get the DLC, you get Nioh 1, but I'm sorry, not worth $70. Come back at me when it's $40 or less. At that price point, it could be worth it. $70, absolutely not. If you have Nioh 2 on PlayStation 4, you can get an upgrade though, so that's nice, but if you're looking to buy the collection itself, $70 is just way too much. I love the box art though, I will say that, but definitely this is one that's due a discount and then it'll be worth it, especially because I know a lot of you guys already played Nioh. It was a plus title, and yeah, I would like to have a physical copy on PlayStation 5, all that good stuff, but $70 just ain't it, man. You gotta wait on a sale for that one. So, that's my 2 cents. That's what I'm thinking as far as what games are gonna be worth a buy, what games you're better off waiting on a sale for, especially when you talk about the trajectory of these games. I do see a Nioh Collection, a Werewolf The Apocalypse, even a Haven going on sale rather quickly. Ys 9, I do think is gonna hold up in price for quite a while, but we'll see. Sometimes I've been wrong. This is more so for fun, and I do want to hear from you guys what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you planning on picking up any games in February, or is all of it a pass? Are you going to pick up some of the games that I think are wait on a sale for? Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.